Free flying has revolutionized skydiving throughout the world and continues to develop and expand each year. To help you evolve as a free flyer, this volume will be a valuable training tool. In free fly, it's difficult to specify a certain preset progression of skills. It's also difficult to say exactly when someone graduates from a basic flight level to an intermediate or advanced level. Progression is different for each free fly student. Sometimes it's tricky to know when you should take the next step in free fly training. However, before you move forward, there's a few things you should look at before you move on to what is generally considered advanced maneuvers in body flight. Body flight, or human flight, describes flying with the body in the wind, regardless of which flying discipline you might be practicing. Free fly, however, is the one skydiving discipline that explores the widest range of motions and body orientations. Free fly transitions refers to more than just movement in free flying. New free flying techniques learned represent a transition in skill level. Students will further develop visual perception and awareness of body orientation. For example, there's not a certain point in free fly progression where a student transitions to flying head down. However, there's always a transition between levels that enables further human flight development. Body flight transitions from one orientation into another must be smooth, safe, and natural. The safest way to begin learning the head-down orientation is to practice the transitions from one head-up body position to another. In the process, the body will pass for a few instances through the head-down orientation. Flyers may train for improved balance by transitioning from one extreme flight mode to another. For example, from a flat belly fly position through an over-the-head transition to a flat back fly. Moving back and forth, slowly and smoothly through the transition will refine balance. Another way to learn control for safe upside-down flight is through performing transitions. This involves flying through all angles and work in all visual orientations in the basic body flight positions. This is covered in previous number 1, back fly, and number 2, sit fly. Before progressing to new transition movements, it's important to review some of the body flight transitions. It's essential at this point for students to be stable in all of the basic body flight orientations. These include belly fly, back fly, and sit fly. It's always advisable to review the first 2 levels. This will refresh your memory and help to perfect your flying. Now that it's time to approach an upside-down orientation, familiarity using 2 reference points at the same time is necessary. These might include the ground, background, another body flyer, or any other relative visual reference. Using 2 reference points can be quite challenging for the first time in an upside-down visual orientation. In order to master body flight from previous levels, students may start by combining the movements and transitions from one position to another. Practice will include some acrobatic movements, such as the back loop, front loop, and the cartwheel or side loop. In addition, a new body flight position called back fly head down will be introduced. This is where the visual orientation is upside down. Back fly head down is an ideal way to prepare for the transition to head-down flying, back carving, and other advanced free fly maneuvers.